On, good people? Welcome to Lisa's Real Spill. And as y'all know what we do over here, we just keep it real. We just keep it simple and keep it real. That's it. That's all. What's going on? Before we get into it, let's please like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Make sure it says all so that when I come live, you'll get notified. Okay? So with that being said, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Hold up for a minute, y'all. Give me a second. What's going on? What's going on, good people? Yes. I hope everybody is doing well. As for me, I haven't been doing too good, y'all. I came down with a little cold. I ain't been sick in a long time, but I came down with a little cold. That's why I haven't been, didn't come on here like that. I was really under the weather, And I ain't never felt like that. It's been a minute since I've been sick. But yeah, I was coming down with a little cold, and I had lost my voice. Yeah, I was hoarse as I don't know what. Could barely talk. You could barely understand what I was saying. Yeah, for real. Seriously, that's how it was. I was like, wow, what is going on here? But yeah, yes, I lost my voice. I was like, what in the heck? But you know how it go. God know how it go. When you get them cold, when you get a little cold and stuff, you know how it go. You know. And I want to go into what I wanted to talk about on tonight. What did I title this? I done forgot that quick. What did I title this? Um, Getting to know yourself. Getting to know yourself. Think about that for a minute. Getting to know yourself. Cause let's be clear. Some of us don't even know ourselves. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Some of us don't even know ourselves. We think we do, but we really don't. We really don't. And let me explain to you why some of us don't know ourselves, right? Because some of us don't take the time out to get to know ourselves. You understand? Like some of us, we just be doing and doing and doing. Like I say, a lot of times, some of us be in survival mode and we don't stop long enough to think about anything else. Okay? And so that's how I really feel when it comes to situations like, you being able to know, getting to know yourself, who you are, what you all about. Become aware of who you are and what you all about. And that's something that some of us don't do. When somebody asks you, oh, well, tell me something about yourself. And some of us will start like, well, you know what, I like to play cards, and you'll come with little things, right? Because the truth of the matter is that you really don't know yourself like that. And you really don't, because some of us, like I said, we be in survival mode. And some of us don't take the time out to get to know ourselves. We don't take the time out to get to know who we are and what we are really all about. And that's just the truth. Some of us don't do it. We don't do it, you know, because we be trying to survive. You understand? And we don't never take the time out to, to even glance at something like that. You should start taking the time out, but a lot of you don't. So, you know, that's just something I wanted to touch on because you really need to do, you really should take some time out to get to know yourself, to get to know who you are and what you all about. What's your likes? What's your dislikes? Right? Um. Oh, what type of personality do you have? You know, are you a pleasant person? Are you a mean person? Right? Because some of us are mean people, but we don't want to acknowledge that. Mm, 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 mm. We don't. Some of us are mean people. We have a mean spirit, but we don't want to acknowledge it. And so we'll say, oh, I'm a good spirited person. My spirit is so good, you know. And the whole time you be lying. You don't be telling the truth because your spirit is not good. You're mean. You're wicked, you know. But this is something that some of us don't want to touch. We don't want to touch those type of issues, right? Even though you need to, you do. You need to touch those things because you need to change. You need to change. And that's just big facts. Some of you really need to change. You really need to do some work on yourself. You really do. Because your spirit is so mean and wicked. Like it really is. And when you gonna get to a point, excuse me, y'all, my voice sounded a little rough because I was coming down with a cold. That's why I haven't been on here. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting this mother hubba, you hear me? But anyhow, you know, damn, I lost my thought. Well, you really do. As you know, as us being people, just being people, right? And let me tell you something. The melanated people. Let me tell you something. We got a lot in us that we need to know about. Oh yeah. We got a lot of stuff that we really need to know about. Facts. Big facts. We really do. We got a lot of stuff that's within us that we really need to know about because we got power. We've got power within. Do you understand me? And I'm not going to really go into it because this is not what the video, this is not what I came to really talk about. But melanated people, people of color, you really, 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 really need to do some research on yourself and find out who you are and what you really all about. Because we got some powerful stuff going on within us. We got a lot of stuff that's going on within us. Okay? And so we really need to find out what's all that mean? What is all that about? You understand? Yeah. Yeah. It's the truth. But it's the truth. Mm-mm-mm. When you start, listen, when you go on a healing journey and you really start to trust the process, you're going to find out so many things about yourself. It's going to be mind blowing. Mm-mm-mm. It's going to be mind blowing. You hear me? Because we are connected with things that, okay, you know, but I'm telling you, we got a lot of power within us. We just, we got to tap into it. We have to tap into it, good people. We really do. We have a lot Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. We've got a lot of power within us that do so much for us. We just not tapped in. That's the problem. We're not tapped in. And we need to get there. I'm telling you now. Mm-mm-mm. But we so divided. You know what I mean? We so divided. And some of us don't want to take heed to the things that somebody can teach you. You don't want to take heed to it. You just don't. For whatever the reason. Some of you don't want to take heed to the things that somebody could actually teach you. You know? She said, I mute mine. She said, I like your voice, but all I see is a little cartoon. Yeah, that's because I'm not on the screen. I just got my avatar up there. I'm not on the screen right now, baby. I just got my avatar up there right now. Yep. But thank you for tapping in with me. I appreciate you. And I hope you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, my voice sounded a little rough. I didn't have no voice at first. That's why I didn't come on here, because I didn't even have a voice at first. I don't know why. I felt like I was coming down with a cold. But then all of a sudden it had messed with my voice. I got so hoarse and stuff. I was like, wow. But yeah, we do. We have a lot within us that we don't know about, that we really, really need to tap into, you know? And I'll touch on it one day. I'm going to touch on some of it one day. But we are very powerful people. The thing of it is that we don't know we're powerful because we wasn't taught. And a lot of things, have been rewrote and stuff like that. So, you know, but it's still some stuff out here that can help to guide you and get you going. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's important that you get to know yourself. Get to know yourself and find out who you are. Because listen, we have so much within us. I'm telling you now, we got so much within us. Anything that you put your mind to, you can do it. And it will come together. I mean, it will flourish. Do you understand me? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You have the power to do anything that you want to do. You really, really do. Hear me when I speak. The problem is that some of us don't feel good about ourselves. That's why I say you need to get to know yourself and find out who you are. Become aware about you. Because the problem is that some of us we don't know ourselves. And some of us don't feel comfortable with ourselves. We don't. And this is why some of us will not, you know, it's things that some of y'all may want to do, but you won't allow yourself to just do it. You won't allow yourself to take action. Action creates ready. Always remember that. Action creates ready. Okay? But some of you won't allow yourself to do it because, first of all, you feeling some type of way about yourself within yourself. Okay? I hope y'all understanding what I'm saying. If you don't, let me know so I can break it down even more. But you are feeling, you don't feel too good about yourself is the reason why some people are lost in the sauce. They won't allow themselves to take action. It's something that's holding you back, and it won't allow you to just venture out and act on whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? And it's coming from within. Now, I don't know if some of you may be dealing with trauma, or you may be dealing with some things that happened in your childhood that you're still holding on to. I don't know. But what I do know is that you have the power to do anything that you want to do. You just have to act on it. You can't be procrastinating. You can't be scared and, living in fear. Because I tell y'all all the time, faith and fear don't live in the same house together. If you say you got faith, but then you turn around and let fear stop you from doing what you want to do, you come on now, you can't say you have faith if you allowing fear to take over your faith. That's like not having none. Think about that. Think about that. That's like not having any faith if you letting fear keep you stuck and stagnated and lost in the sauce. Come on, somebody. I want to touch somebody. Somebody gonna act on it. It's something that you want to do, and I want to see you act on it. Because whatever it is that you want to do, you need to act on it. And you need to act now because it's going to flourish. Stop keeping yourself in a box. Stop staying in your comfort zone. And that's some people's problem. Some people got that problem where they stay in their comfort zone. You got to come up out of that. You got to come up out of that. You got to come up out of that. Let me tell you something. Some of you are living a life where as though you barely getting by, but you have what it takes inside of you. Do you hear me? You got what it takes for you to do what it is that you want to do. And you will prosper. You will prosper. All you got to do is take action. Take action. Stop listening. Stop listening to those voices inside of you. Stop allowing the trauma to stop you. Oh, are y'all feeling me? Do y'all hear what I'm saying to you? Stop letting the trauma stop you. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Some of you got low self-esteem. What is it coming from? Come on, come on. I'm trying to bring it out of you. I'm trying to help you now. I'm trying to help you see what's going on with you. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? What's stopping you from being the best version of yourself? Something's stopping you. But what is it? What is it? What is it? You shouldn't be living a life where as though you barely getting by. Because you have what it takes. You have the power within yourself to step out there and act on whatever it is that you want to do or that you're trying to do. You have the power within you. You have the power. But some of us won't allow it. We won't allow it. We won't let it. Listen, we won't just jump out there and just do it. Something's stopping you. What is it? What's stopping you? There's something that's making you feel like you can't do it. What is it? That's what you need to ask yourself. You need to get you a pencil and piece of paper, or better yet, get the free journal that I have. It will help you rebuild yourself from the inside out. Get the free journal that I have. And rebuild yourself from the inside out. You can get rid of all of that. You can get rid of those feelings and everything. You just have to tap into yourself. That's all. You got to tap into yourself and heal yourself. Rebuild and heal yourself. Oh, yeah, it can be done. I did it. I did it, good people. And it's a beautiful feeling. Do you hear me? It's a beautiful feeling when I started that healing journey. Oh, my, my, my. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. You just got to do it. And you got to get to know who you are and what you all about. And you know what? Some people know who they are. And they don't like themselves very much. That'll keep you stuck and stagnated too. Is when you know, start to get to know yourself and you start noticing things that's not so good about yourself. That's something that'll keep you stuck and stagnated too. When you realize things about your inner self that you don't really like, you know? But we can all make change. Always remember that. You can always make change. You don't have to keep disliking yourself for whatever the reason. You don't have to keep doing that. Okay? It's a way that you can remove all of those things and move on with your life and feel good about yourself. There is a way. I've done it. I've showed other people how to do it. Yeah. Stop allowing yourself to be in that trap. It's a trap. When you don't feel good about yourself, it'll hinder you in so many ways. When you don't like yourself, it will hinder you in so many ways. It will. It sure will. Excuse me, y'all. It will hinder you and it will keep you from, you know, it'll keep you from doing what you really want to do or something that you really like to do. It will keep you from doing it. I'm telling you now. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. But yeah, you gotta get to that point where as though you start loving yourself. That's where the magic starts to happen. When you start to love yourself, that's where the magic starts to happen. Because when you start feeling good about yourself, you you want to do things, right? You want to start to venture out there and do things that you've been wanting to do. Excuse me. And when we start loving ourselves and we start feeling good about ourselves, that right there makes us step out there, you know? And that makes us take action because we feel good. We feel good about ourselves. So the first thing, that you would do is venture out into the world and start doing some things that you've been wanting to do for a long time. And you'll be surprised of where that can take you in your life. That can take you to a whole nother level. I'm serious. It can take you to a whole nother level. Yep. When you start loving yourself and you start accepting yourself for who you really are, you know, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. Yeah. So I don't know what some of y'all problems may be, you know, if you have any or anything, I don't know. But I I love to see people, you know, win. That's my thing right there, is seeing people win. I love it. I love it. And so, yeah. Excuse me, y'all. But yeah, it is a beautiful thing when you start to love you. And I'm going to tell you something else. When you first start, y'all might have heard me say this before. When you first start your journey of healing, right? You may not feel so too good about yourself when you first start. But once you get started, mm, mm, mm. Once you get started, mm, you're gonna listen. You're gonna come across some hiccups when you first start your journey, because some of you are, how can I put it? Some of you may be thinking that one day you, oh, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. I told y'all this cold. It's trying to ease up, but it ain't going nowhere yet. But every time I do that, I lose my thought. Mm, mm, mm. Oh man, what was I saying? Anyway, yeah, but when you really tap into yourself and you start to love yourself, it's a game changer. It's a game changer because your confidence, it boosts your confidence, right? And you start to realize that I'm somebody too. You know, I'm somebody too. Mm. Yes, I'm somebody too. Just like you think you somebody, I'm somebody too. Let's not get the game twisted, you know? This is how you start looking at things when you start moving into that space where you're beginning to love yourself. Because that's a problem with so many people, is that they really don't love themselves. They say they do, but let me tell you how I know they don't. Let me explain that part to you right quick. Some people don't love them. This is how I know some people don't love themselves. How they treat other people. The way they treat other people. The way they, you know, talk to other people. Like all of this plays a part in people showing you that they don't love themselves so much. They don't love themselves like that. It's the way they treat people, the way they talk to people, and the way they treat themselves. Pay attention to how people treat themselves. That'll tell you a lot too. That'll let you know too that they don't love themselves. It sure will. That right there, those things will let you know a person don't love themselves that much. Mm-hmm. It sure will. Because you, people don't recognize this, but how can you love someone else if you don't love yourself? Mm, mm, mm. That's what I want to know. How can you love somebody else if you haven't learned how to love you? Mm. Let's think about that. Let's think about that for a minute. We really need to think about that. How can you love other people if you haven't learned how to love you? Okay? Because let me tell you what. Wait. Excuse me, you guys. Excuse me. Let me tell you something. Some of us, we fake and perpetrate about loving ourselves. But at the end of the day, if you watch closely, you're going to see that that person don't love themselves. Okay? And you can't love someone else until you learn how to love yourself. And see, we are used to trying to make somebody else know that you love them, right? I mean, you be doing all kinds of stuff for that person, trying to let them know that you really love them. And mm-mm, it don't work out like that. It really don't. It ends up not working out. And it don't work out because there's too much flapping going on. There's too much of it going on. And when I say flip-flopping, I'm saying a person is trying to go, you know, beyond, over and beyond to prove to someone else that they love them. And it's hard on them. It's hard on them. And let me tell you why it's hard on them. Because they don't love themselves. That's why with them trying to love somebody else, that's why it's not working out right. And it's not a pleasant experience. Because, you know, oh, excuse me, y'all. I'll just go get on my nerves. But there I go. I lost my thought. So yeah. Anyway, it's hard for you to connect and love other people if you don't love yourself. When you love yourself, loving someone else comes easy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that again. When you love yourself, loving others come easy. But when you don't love yourself, it makes it hard for you to love someone else. And that's the fact. That's facts. That's facts. You see some people perpetrating, faking and perpetrating like they so in love. And then once they outside, they hugging on each other the whole nine, right? But when they get in the house, it's a totally different ball game. She goes somewhere and get in a corner and quiet, don't want to say nothing to somebody, anything to anybody. And then on the other hand, the person that they're with is doing the same damn thing. And that's because they didn't learn how to love themselves before they decided they was going to jump into one another's arms. I'm telling y'all, if people would just slow down, slow down, slow down, and tap into yourself, I'm telling you, it'll be a game changer for you. It will be a game changer for you. Like, seriously, it really would be. And it would make your life so much better if, you know, if people took time out to read for one, okay? If people would just take time out to learn to love themselves and leave everybody else out of it for a while. Just get to know you and what you all about, you know? And listen, you will find the right person at the right time. You sure will. But some of us want to rush it because we want to have sex and this, that, the other. But that's how you end up getting played. That's how we end up getting played because we don't see the signs. We don't know the signs and stuff that we're looking for in another person because we are not together. We haven't stepped into our own self yet. You understand? That's why we don't get it. That's why we don't get it. For real. That is why a lot of us don't get it. And we end up jumping into something that don't last long, that's not going to last long because you haven't found out how to love yourself. You haven't found it out yet. And that's something that's very important that you need to, that you need to know. You need to know you first. You need to know you and what you all about. And if you have any trauma, anything, you need to take time out to deal with that. And then once you are finished your healing process, excuse me, but yeah, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna tell you something else too. It's a beautiful thing when you can be by yourself. Some people, a lot of people that I talk to have a problem with being by themselves. They really do. They have a problem with being by themselves. And it bothers them to be by themselves. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. We're not even doing that. But some people do have a problem with being by themselves. They really do. And I think that's so sad. But that's because some of us are scared to tap into ourselves. Some of us are scared to get to know ourselves. We are. It's just the truth. We scared to death to tap into ourselves. And that's what we need to do. For real. Before you go and get any more, relationships or whatever, make sure that you love yourself first. When you make sure you okay, then everything that's connected to you is going to be okay too. Trust and believe what I'm saying. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking from something I read out of a book. Okay? I can speak on these things because I've been through them. I have been through them. I'm telling you. And that's the number one thing where we need to start at is getting to know ourselves first. Working on that part right there. Getting to know who you are and what you are all about. Again, action creates ready. And that's facts right there. Big facts. Oh yeah. Action creates ready. And so before some of y'all go out here and want to try to find a man or whatever, that is not, you know, I be looking at some people in my family, how they done hooked up with a guy and stuff, you know, and I don't be understanding it. I don't be understanding it. I just don't. Yeah. But it's a beautiful thing when you do take the time out to get to know who you are. It really is. Yeah. Yeah. I tell people that I talk to on one-on-one and stuff, and I tell them all the time, you know, that you just, I don't know. I ain't gonna go into that yet. I'll save that for another video. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. But yeah, that's the main thing, though, that I wanted to touch on is, you know, loving yourself before you go out here and hook up with somebody. And then they not even the person that I want to be with, you know? But like I said, once you get to know yourself and you start to love yourself, it makes things so much easier. It really do. It really do. So yeah, just, you know, just take that part. And I hope that some of you do something with it. You know, some of you that need it, I really hope that you do something with it because that's a very important part in everybody's life is to start loving yourself first. Because once you start loving yourself, it makes it very easy for you to love others. It really do. So if you're not someone who you really, you know, it's really crazy. Oh boy, but I love doing it. I love talking about these things. I love talking to people one on one and helping them, you know, helping them break their life down and showing them how to look at things different and different stuff like that. I love doing it because what I love about doing it is that I help so many people. so many people that come my way that's broken and damaged. So it really helps them in a lot of ways. It helps other, let me put it like this. It helps other people. It helps other people that I talk to and stuff in a lot of ways. Because like I said, some people run from themselves. Now I know that might sound strange. It might sound a little funny to some of y'all, but it's the truth. Some people run from themselves because let's be clear about something. You have an idea of what type of person you are. You might not want to accept it because it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good like that. So it might, you know, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. It may sound strange to y'all by me saying it like that, but it's the truth. People do run from themselves because they don't want to. They don't want to become aware of who they are and what they all about. So people have a tendency of running from themselves. They run from their inner self because they don't want to really find out who they are. See, one thing I've learned is that some people already have an idea of who they are and what they all about. And the people that don't want to face it head on is is because, like I said, they running from that inner self. They know what's going on within them. They know. They know what they're dealing with, from their inner self. But now, what are you going to do about it? And that's the part where some people continue to run, is when you say, what are you going to do about it? They want to run instead of saying, I do need to fix this stuff. I do need to fix me. No, no, they don't say that. They rather take off running. They really, like, I don't get it. But they really be, they don't want to touch that. When it's time to deal with the inner self, some people just don't want to touch it. They want to run. They'll do everything to keep from having to address that issue. And that's bad. That's bad. Because you should want to be a better person. You should want to fix yourself to be a better person. It's just that simple. If you're not elevating, and if you don't, take the time out to get to know you and all about you, and, help. Excuse me, y'all. Ooh. If you don't, God darn it, if you don't learn to get to know you and what you all about, you're going to be running from yourself forever. You ain't going to never tap into yourself. You have to, at some point in your life, you have to get to know yourself. It's just that simple. Or you're going to be running from yourself forever. Stop the running. Stop running from yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to know yourself and who you are. And the things that you don't like about yourself, you change them. You change them. That's all. That's all. Some people don't like that. That's why people shy away from healing, learning to heal and stuff like that, because they want things to be the way they want them to be. They don't want you helping them to change them and be a better, for them to be a better person. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how some people are, and I leave them right where they at. I leave them right where they at, you know. But yeah, that is something that we all need to tap into. It's ourselves. We gotta stop making so many, you know, so many bad decisions and bad choices because of who we are. Not, listen, hear me out. Not, it's not even based on who you want to be. It's based off of who you are. You know? And like I said, that's not a good thing. That's not a flex. You run around here, you know, treating people a certain kind of way and stuff. But the reality of it is that when, hey, you got to get to that point. That's all I can tell you. You got to get to that point where it's though you start to unpack things that's going on within yourself. You got to unpack that stuff. And so you can fix you. You understand? And you can do it. You can rebuild yourself from the inside out. Yes, you can. You can do it. You can do it. Yep. You can do it. You can do magic. Oh yeah, you can do it. Excuse me, y'all. Ooh, it's cold kicking my butt. It was worse than this because at first I used to come here, and when I would come here, I was so hoarse. That's why I hadn't been away in a few days because I was hoarse. My voice was gone. It sounded like I was talking with a whisper. That's how hoarse I was. I was like, oh no, I can't go in here like this. So yeah. But I just want y'all to think about that. You know, it all starts with you, right? And it's up to you what you want to do with it. One thing I do know, you can't love somebody if you don't love you. And that's facts. Because some people, I've seen it. I've seen people jump into relationships and they be all on that man. I've seen it happen over and over again. Where it's just a scary thing when you advertise something. Advertise, you know, it's just a, how can I put it? It's just not a good thing when you don't really know who you are and what you know. It's just not a good thing. It's best to go at it when you have learned how to love yourself. I'm telling you now. Anybody can have a beautiful relationship as long as it's healthy. Like, seriously. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, yeah. It's all up to you, though. At the end of the day, it's up to you and what you want to do. It really is. It's all up to you. The magic happens if you want it to happen. For real. Now, that's the truth. The magic happens if you want it to happen. You have it. You have it within you. It's already there. You just got to, excuse me, you just got to press the button. But It's already there. Trust and believe me, it's already there. It really is. You just gotta tap into it and stop being scared of it. I think some people are scared of tapping into it because they don't know what they may find. No, don't be scared. Don't be scared of yourself. And as long as, how can I put this? As long as you keep working on you, right? The magic will appear. Trust and believe me. It will appear. Yep. Oh yeah. I just want to see people become better people. And let me tell you something. It took me a minute to learn these things, right? But I put stuff out there now because I want people to recognize certain things. You know, I really do. And one thing that I want people to get from conversations and stuff that I have is loving yourself is very important. It really is. When you know, I want to see everybody be the best, but is everybody gonna do it? No. Let's be let's be honest. Everybody's not gonna be the best version of themselves, but the ones that do want to be the best version, you know, the best version of themselves. Everybody don't want to do that. So you have to deal with the people who do and the ones that don't. You leave them where they at, and you gotta keep on going. You know, and that's just how it is. But yeah, it's been a hell of a journey. Yeah, I sure will. Or you know, sometimes I'll get some people who want to do it, but I don't know if they scared or they got stuff going on within them that they don't want to share or they don't want to bring it out. I think that's some people's problems too. Is they don't want to open up and share what's really going on within them. Some people might be ashamed of it, you know, or anything. Anything could be going on with some people. But you can't keep yourself balled up like that forever because you're never gonna, you know what I mean? You're never gonna get nowhere if you stay balled up like that. You're not gonna get anywhere. Like seriously, you got to come out of that. You've got to come out of that. You cannot stay stuck in the hospital room. Yeah. So you know, I will. I just don't know. Some people will get it, some people won't, you know? And that's just the truth. I ain't being mean, but it's the truth. Some people will get it, and some people won't. Yep, that's that's how it go. It would be nice if I could make everybody winners in the world. It would be very nice. But of course, I can't. You know, I can only, listen, you can only help people that want to be helped. In the times that we living in now, a lot of people don't want to be helped. They just want you to leave them alone. You know, they just want to do what they want to do. And let me tell you, I'm quick. If you tell me to leave you alone, I'm gonna leave you alone. You know, I ain't trying to make nobody try to do something they don't want to do. Because at the end of the day, some people have to find their own way. You understand? Some people not ready. They not ready. They not ready to hear truth. They just not ready. They not ready for any of it. And so sometimes that's what you have to leave people where they at. You know? You do. You have to leave them where they at. And hope that one day they come around. Yeah. Some people don't want it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They stay stuck right in that place where they at. And they end up doing nothing because of where they at. You know what I mean? They end up not making moves and stuff in their life because of the person that they are. Yeah. It's ridiculous, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I was doing a video, I think it was a TikTok I was doing, and I was talking about, I had stitched the video because the lady was talking about how the school kids be acting up, right? And she said that we need to get together and be able to send them home with their parents or their parent, right? And I'm gonna tell you something, I agreed with that because, you know, the children is out, listen, the children are something else today. Oh my goodness. They are really something else today. And some of them are very, very, very disrespectful. And so she was saying that they needed to come up with something where so they could send these kids home instead of having to deal with them in class all day and all they want to do is clown, you know? So I agree with that though. Because let me tell you something. Some of these parents know that their children are disrespectful, but they send them out to the school anyway. Because some of them don't want to be bothered with them. They don't want to be bothered with them kids that's like that. They don't want to be bothered. So, you know, I agree with that. To send them home, let the parents deal with them. Because some of these parents today, they don't want you saying nothing to their children, you know? But they'll send them to school and the child will cut up all day while they in class. They'll cut up. It just didn't make sense to me. And I told them they do need to get together and start creating something where they can send these kids home to their mothers and fathers. And let them, when they have to start losing money from work, they will figure out some type of discipline for their child who wants to keep being disrespectful. Seriously, because that's too much. That is too much. It'd be too much. I'm telling you. And my thing is, I know women want to date and stuff, right? But when you have a child, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Mm. Yeah, but I agree with that. Send them home to their parents. That way, you know, that keeps y'all from being accused of anything. Yeah. I said, start sending them home with their parents and tell them they got to work something out for their child in order for their child to come back to class. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's what I would do. Because some of these mothers ain't got no problem sending these kids up to the school when they know that their child is, you know, is bad. I'm telling you, it's something else. It is something else. And then some of them want to get mad with you. You know, if you say anything to the child, they want to get mad. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Oh, no, I ain't got the patience for it. I ain't got the patience for that. Because I can see me now. Oh, boy. I probably end up in the slammer. You hear me? I'm serious. I don't have the patience for it. I really don't. And the kids are very disrespectful today. They totally different from the from where I come from. And some of these parents, I think, are scared of their own children. I really do. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. Mm, I felt it coming. But yeah, I'm telling you, it's a lot. And I know life get hard. You know, as I always say, I know life be life, but you just listen. You just can't give up. You can't give up. You gotta keep going. For real. Yep. Yep. So it's all up to you though at the end of the day. It's really up to you and what you wanna do. What do you wanna do? It's up to you. Yep, 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 yep. Oh, I'll be glad when this cold go away. I'm serious. Oh, I'll be glad when it's gone. Cause this cold is getting to my nerves. I'm serious. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, oh yeah. I'll be so glad when it's cold heal up. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all up to us and what we want to do with our life, who we want to be, what type of person we want to be. You know, it's all up to us. It's all up to us, and we can't blame nobody. Can't be playing that blame game all the time. Oh, if my mother hadn't did this, this wouldn't happen. Oh, if my father hadn't did that, this wouldn't happen. You know, always some BS. Who is it? You're like, who is it? Who is it knocking on my insides? I'm telling you now, because that's how I be. Like seriously, let me tell you a little story time about me. Right, when I first started going on my journey of my healing, right, my healing journey. Let me tell you something. I used to say when I was going through, having a bad day or whatever I was going through, I used to be like, "Hello, who is this, and what do you want?" Why are you bothering me today? Just how I used to talk to my inner self, right? Because you know how you have issues going on within yourself and you haven't worked on them yet. This is how I used to talk out loud to myself, right? It wasn't funny, but it was funny, you know. Now that I look back at, the video or whatever, it was funny, you know, but it paid off. Let me tell you, oh yes, it paid off. Um, I became very aware of who I am. Yeah, it's been amazing. Amazing. It really have. Yep. I don't regret it. And I'm still on my healing journey. It's a process. It's a journey and it's a process. You don't just get on it and just stop. Now you can stop for a while if you want to, if that's what you choose to do. But it's just it's just a beautiful thing. I don't know how to explain it to you. You have to get into it to see, you know, just how it all is, you know. Wow, wow, wow. I'm telling you now. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. I don't do. I don't regret none of it. I don't. My healing. Oh man, it was beautiful. Yes, I did some crying. Yes, I got angry. I did more crying. So it doesn't matter. Well, you know, it didn't matter. We did what we had to do. And, oh yeah. Excuse me, girl. I felt that coming. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's been a beautiful journey, I tell you. When I first started out, it was rocky, because like I said, when you starting to get to know yourself and you starting to really really pay attention to your inner self and what's going on with you and stuff, yeah, it's some of it you're not gonna feel good about, you know. But that's the point in going on a healing journey because you want to get to know you. You need to get to know you, and that's what it's all about. I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate getting on that journey because it made me the person I am today. It really did. It really, really did. If only people knew, you know? And that's why I talk to people and I spread the message because I be wanting people to try it out for themselves, you know? Try it out for yourself. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, when you first start, you're going to have some mixed emotions because you're going to start recognizing certain things about yourself that you didn't recognize. So yeah, you're going to have some moments, okay, where you might bust out crying. You might just cry real hard, you know. But once you get through that of recognizing everything that's going on within you, then the difference starts to kick in, you know. Yeah. But yeah, try it for yourself. Don't just listen to me. Try it for yourself. You're gonna be surprised of the change that will come your way. You really would, you know? Because one thing about it, I look at things like this. Once you go through this process, you get on this journey and you go through the process, you don't have to worry about, experiencing that again. You know, you really don't, unless you go back. Unless you go back to it. Unless you go back to it, and you start allowing it to, you know, uh, yeah, but yeah, you know, unless you go back into that. It's like, okay, for those that don't know, y'all know I'm a recovering addict and I've been clean over 20 years. Let me tell you this. This is like, okay, being on a healing journey, it will work. But if you go back to being that old you know, same difference if I go back and I start hanging out with people who get high, I could end up getting high myself, you know? So, yeah, but you have to be aware of those things. And that way, you know, you don't have to worry about walking back in doors that you don't want to walk back into. You understand what I mean? So that's why it's important to be aware of everything that's going on. But yeah, I'm ready to let y'all go. I didn't know I had been on here this long. I always let the time get away from me. I gotta stop doing that and pay attention to the time. But yeah, it's crazy. Oh boy. Let me see. And if any of you, you know, might want to come on one day and share something, you most certainly can. All you gotta do is let me know. And you definitely could come up and share something, you know, with us. Because, you know, I don't know. I don't know about some people. I don't know. I think some people is really like damaged and broken worse than others is the reason we can't get them where we want them at. Yep. But I'm about to let y'all go. And I will see y'all later. You know, if everything work out all right, I will see y'all later. Because oh man, I have so much that I want to talk to you guys about, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go for now. And prayerfully we'll hook back up later. But I want y'all to like and subscribe to the channel. Share the video, you know? I always tell people you share the video because sometimes if the message may not have been for you, you might not get the message like that. But you share the video, somebody else may get the message, you know, that really needed it. So that's why I ask people to share and subscribe. Okay. Yep. So I look at that. Um, oh yeah. But I love you guys. Thank you for tapping in with me. Um, I love coming over here talking to y'all. I really do. I enjoy y'all. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I do love it. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I don't get to come on as much as I should, but I do get to come on. And, yep. But yeah, I'm going to let you all go. And again, I love you all. Y'all stay prayed up and try to stay safe out there. I know it's a lot going on in the world, but try to stay safe. Um, yeah. If you need me, if somebody needs me for an emergency or something like that, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. And of course, I'll see what I can. I'll see what we can do. Okay. Um, I was thinking about trying to put a food drive together so that I could give out some food because what I don't want to see is nobody being hungry. You know, I can't stand by and watch that. Oh no. Uh. So I'm just trying to. I'm in the back. You know, I'm trying to see what I can do to help other people. Yep. I sure am. I'm trying to see what I can do to help others. Yep. Yep. I'm going to do something. I don't know what, but something going to happen. 'Cause I got to help the people. I want to help. I like to help people out. I do. It's just in me. And even if I don't have a lot, I'm going to give something. Yeah. But like I said, Lord's willing, I will see y'all later. I love you guys. And like I said, stay prayed up and be careful because it's a war out here. For real. There's a lot going on out here. And I will holler at y'all on the next one. Please hit the like button, share the video, and of course subscribe to my channel. Because a lot of y'all be watching, but y'all are not subscribed. I probably had to turn my thing on subscriber only mode, you know? So if you're watching, please subscribe to the channel so y'all can help me get monetized. Okay? And I will holler at y'all on the next one.